Hey all, it's been a while, but I haven't forgotten about this channel. Today I'll be going over the I don't know how but they found me iceberg that I made myself with some help from people on Reddit. So without further ado, let's get straight into the iceberg. The first and only entry on the first layer of this iceberg is Choke. Choke has gained large mainstream success since its release in 2018. It has almost 150 million streams on Spotify as of recording this video. Moving down a layer, we reach the tip of the iceberg, with the first entry being 1981 Extended Play. This was the first EP released by the band, and it gave the band a cult following in the alternative scene. The EP includes the tracks Introduction, Choke, Social Climb, Bleed Magic, Absinthe, and Do It All the Time. Panic, or Panic at the Disco, is next on the list because of its connection to I Don't Know How through Dallin Weekes. From 2009 to 2017, Weekes was a member of Panic at the Disco, primarily playing keyboard and bass. Razzmatazz was the debut full-length album from I Don't Know How. When it released in fall of 2020, it garnered a positive response from fans and critics alike, gaining 84 out of 100 on Metacritic. Dallin Weekes and Ryan Seaman are the two sole members of I Don't Know How But They Found Me. They joined forces in 2016 to create the band we have today. Modern Day Kane was the first single released by I Don't Know How in August of 2017. Moving down to the third layer just below the surface, we have our first entry, The Brobecs. The Brobecs was a solo project created by Dallin Weekes in 2002. They released their debut album in 2009 called Violent Things, and the band ended in 2013. VHS tapes are a recurring theme with I Don't Know How, especially in their music videos. In their second YouTube video, they show a child finding a box of VHS tapes that are presumably the music videos they have on their YouTube channel right now. I Don't Know How has toured 7 times since 2018, starting with the Content Tour as well as Entertainment Tour North America as an opener to Waterpark, all the way through this year 2022 with Joywave and the Welcome to Helvecta tour. The band made their opening debut in Emo Night Los Angeles in 2016. Christmas Drag was an EP released by the band in 2019. The tracks include Christmas Drag, Oh Noel, and Merry Christmas Everybody. Now New Jerk Records is a music label for the Brobecs created by Dallin Weekes. Despite Dallin creating this label, I Don't Know How it goes under a different label called Fearless Records. Singles, covers, and B-sides refers to all of the music I Don't Know How has written or recorded outside of Razzmatazz, 1981 Extended Play, or Christmas Drag. Modern Day Kane, Leave Me Alone piano version, New Invention, Clubhouse Session, and Mix Sinister are all singles that have been released that have not been on any albums or EP. Razzmatazz Deluxe Edition introduced remixes and live versions of past songs, plus a cover of Cure's Boys Don't Cry. They've also covered Deborah by Beck and Someday by The Strokes. I Don't Know How But They Found Me got their name from a Back to the Future quote.
Oh my God. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me.
Run for it, Marty!
Moving on to the fifth layer, we have 1000 West, which was Dallin's high school band. It lasted from 1996 to 2002. Although much can't be found out online about it, Sledbed on YouTube has uploaded recordings of their songs. On Bandcamp, you can find songs by the Brobecs that weren't released on Spotify. Interestingly enough, in 2012, the Brobecs recorded Christmas Drag, a whole 7 years before I Don't Know How recorded it. From here on out, we're kind of getting into the weird stuff. Telex is a mysterious fictional company that appears in media related to I Don't Know How. The whole subject of Telex and its motives are unclear, but hints released online make it clear that it's an ARG of sorts. People have theorized that Telex is testing effects of music, while others suspect it has to do with time travel. If you look up Telex online, you're greeted with a website that claims to be a stress test. The test starts normally, asking you questions, then starts glitching and moving, distorting the screen, making it harder to answer, and gives you a stability score between 1 and 5, 1 being stable and 5 being unstable. At Search Party on Instagram and Twitter is an account previously known as Sally Mae, who uploads cryptic videos of a man with a hidden face and a distorted voice. These videos talk about Telex. This is thought to be an official account because the band has referenced them in AMAs and in their YouTube videos. Moving on to the final layer, we have White Shadow. This is a recurring character in I Don't Know How music videos. Not much is known about him, but it could have some connection to Telex. One idea that may tie the lore together behind the music videos is the idea of time travel. The music videos take place in the 80s but focus on futuristic technology, such as robots creating our music. This theory is supported as well by the Back to the Future ties the band has. NoKey.txt is a Google Doc found by a fan that is written completely in code. There is a wall of encrypted text all the way down, and apparently it translates to the Star Wars script. It was found because it uses the same decrypting key as other I don't know how secret codes. Speaking of that, secret codes refers to the encrypted messages at the end of @SearchParty's videos. The decrypted messages are vague sentences such as "I need your help" and "We are watching." Lastly, we have Harvard sentences. At the end of the Social Climb music video, there is a phone number. By calling it, you are greeted with an automated voice message that reads out simple sentences. These sentences are called Harvard sentences, and they are used for audio engineering primarily. There are 720 in total, and the sentences are designed in a way that mirrors the frequency of special sounds in English. If you've watched all the way through, I just want to say thank you, and it would be awesome if you liked and subscribed, but of course you don't have to. I made a Discord server if you want to come hang out or request video ideas. I want to do this more in the future, not just like every 6 months or whatever my schedule is right now. But other than that, thank you so much.